Hello, beautiful people of the internet. It's me, Caitlin Marie. So the day that I upload this will be New Year's Eve, and I thought what better way to end the year with a review of my 2018 and what happened and how 2018 treated me. 2018 was probably most definitely the worst year of my life. So this video is not going to be very happy or positive, which kind of upsets me a little bit because my whole channel is based on making people happy, making people smile, you know, just something to get people through their day, their week, their month, their year, their life. You know, I just want to be that person that can give everybody advice, that can make them smile, can make them laugh when they're having a bad day. But there's also a positive message at the end of this. So stay to the end of the video and I promise it'll get a little bit better, hopefully. So if you're looking for a happy, positive video, this is not it. Next week will definitely be very, very happy and positive. So stay tuned for next week's video. So let's just go ahead and get started. I wrote out a bunch of notes and I organized everything, and now I'm kind of rethinking my thoughts. So this video might be a mess. I'm hoping not. And I'm hoping I get everything out that I want to say in this video. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I don't really know how to start this video. Basically, there was a lot of events that took place in my life this year. Some very, very amazing, good, happy, positive events, and then some very negative, bad, inflicting events. So this entire year wasn't like extremely bad, but the bad outweighs the good, if you kind of catch my drift. So I'm just going to start at the beginning of the year. So in January, I was looking for a second job because the job that I still currently work at right now, I've been there for like 2.5 years. But at that point in time, I just was not making enough money for bills and Christmas gifts and everything. So I was like, you know what, I need to find a second job. So this new restaurant was opening up and it was attached to this new hotel that had just opened up as well. So I applied, went in for interviews, and they told me I got the job, and we all went through this week-long training process and everything. And it was fun. I absolutely loved the people there. I made lots of new friends and had really good memories there and everything. A month goes by, I believe. I worked there and my anxiety just kind of took over control of me. And I've had anxiety for a while now, for like a couple years. I haven't actually gone to the doctor and been like diagnosed with anxiety, but I can definitely tell you I have some form of anxiety, and it comes out a lot in new situations when I'm around new people and just new things that are happening to me. I'm not a person that does well with changes and everything. So my anxiety comes out a lot in those situations, and in this month of me working at this new job, my anxiety just got worse and worse and worse. And one day I think I had called into work because I said I had a family thing or I was sick or something. And after that, every single shift that I was scheduled, I either tried to release it to give it to somebody else, or I called in, or I just did not show up at all, which is very, very, very highly unlike me to ever do something like that. My job right now that I've been with 2.5 years, I have never like no called, no showed. If I was ever sick, I released the shift and somebody else picked it up, or I called in and was like, hey, I'm gonna be late, or I can't come in. But I'm just not that type of person to just not show up and not call at all. That's just not who I am. I'm a very responsible and respectful person. That was just kind of my anxiety that took over. So I think after like 2 or 3 weeks of me just not showing up for shifts, they just didn't put me on the schedule. They tried calling me a couple times and I just never called them back. Again, very, very highly unlike me. So after like a couple weeks, I guess they just was like, oh, she's quitting. She's just never gonna show up anymore. So that happened back in January and a little bit into February as well. So that kind of it changed my mood a lot because I felt really, 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 really bad for not showing up, but just my anxiety took over and I couldn't do it. So February rolls around, and February is a good month. I met my boyfriend in February, and he kind of changed my mood around. He made me like really, really happy and really positive and confident in myself. So February was a really, really good month. It changed my year around from January completely. And then March rolls around and spring break was like the first or second week of March. I think it was the second week of March. And me, my boyfriend, and my best friend at the time had planned to take a little like 3 or 4 day trip to Galveston Beach for spring break. And this trip was so fun. I love the ocean so freaking much. It was really relaxing. I had a good time. I didn't really stress about anything over these couple days, and I learned a lot about myself and what I want to do in my life. So that trip kind of changed my outlook on 2018 as well. And 2 weeks after that, I think one of the last couple of days of March, my car had such bad issues in the past, and it kind of just made it into this whole big thing. I made a story time about it, so I'll put like an iCard up here somewhere if you want to go ahead and watch that. But that kind of put a lot of stress and anxiety on me, and it made me look negative towards my life. Like I was saying that, oh, like, why does everything bad always happen to me? Like, I just have the worst luck ever. I'm never gonna have good luck. Nothing good is ever gonna happen to me. So that kind of made me a little upset for a while, and for like the couple weeks it took to fix my car, I was just really upset and really down and everything. And then April rolls around, and I don't believe anything extremely good or extremely bad happened in April, so it was just kind of like a normal month, which is good, I guess. And then May rolls around, and I believe the first week of May was like my finals week of college. So I was kind of relieved to end my freshman year of college. The first year of college was really hard for me, and it was a hard change on me and my schedule and everything. Again, I'm not a person that likes changes at all, so this change from high school to college was extremely hard for me. So I was really relieved that my freshman year of college was over, and May was just kind of a good month for me. So for the rest of 2018, it was not a good last few months, to say the least. I've mentioned my best friend at the time a couple times in this video, and I don't know how I would do this. Basically, me and my best friend at the time got into a huge fight, I think at like the end of May, beginning of June, and it got really bad, really ugly, and we kind of just decided to part our ways, stop being friends. You know, we didn't talk to each other after that. But after we decided that we weren't going to be friends anymore, it got really ugly on social media. We both said some really bad things about each other that we definitely probably regret and probably shouldn't have done. And it took a very, very hard toll on me because this friend was the closest person I had in my life besides my family. Actually, she was probably the closest person in my life. And then my family was like a really, really, really close second. But we were pretty much inseparable. We were best friends for 3 or 4 years, I believe. And we became really close very, very fast. And we were just inseparable. We spent pretty much almost all of our time together. We texted each other all the time. We would post about each other on social media all the time. We told all of our secrets to each other. We cried to each other. We laughed with each other. We spent so much time together. So this event really put me down, and just like a lot of the time I would always be thinking about, oh, well, what did I do that, ruined our friendship? Or like, what could I have done differently to save our friendship? Or like, why did this happen? Like, we were so close and now I have nobody. And literally 2018 was a really boring time in my life because me and this friend we literally did like everything together. We would hang out all of the time. And after seeing how we were not friends anymore, I was like, wow, like I really don't have that many people I hang out with. So it kind of got me really, really, really upset. July rolls around. The end of July rolls around. And I have another major car issue. And so I'm out of a car for like 2-3 weeks, I believe. And so my parents at this point were just like, you know what, we're just gonna get rid of this car. We're gonna get you a new car, a better car that's actually reliable. Because I was having issues with this car like every month. Some of them were really, really, really tiny and easy to fix. And then like a couple times they were really major and really, really expensive to fix. So they were just like, you know what, we're going to get rid of this car, we're going to get you a new car, a more reliable car, and that way you're not having to rely on us to, take you to work and everything. So I believe I was out of a car for a month, and I had to borrow my parents' car. So like 4 days before my birthday in August, I actually bought my first car ever. And I was really, 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 really excited, and it kind of brought me up a little bit because I was like, you know what, I'm a responsible adult. I'm feeling really good about myself, really positive and everything. So August was a pretty okay month. And then I started my sophomore year of college. And again, college has made me think a lot about myself and what I want to do in life. And I've quickly learned that school is not for me. I would always be stressed out about assignments and studying, and then all that stress would lead me to procrastination, and then I would just be like, you know what, I just don't even care at this point. I'm just not going to do it. You know what, I'll make it up in another assignment. So that became a really bad habit that I still have to this day. But college kind of brought my self-confidence down a lot. It has given me a lot of stress and anxiety. And there's been days where I wake up and I'm just like, I just don't want to go to my classes at all. I quickly got into a routine of skipping my easy classes and only going to the classes that I absolutely have to go to pass. And then these last 2 months of 2018 were the hardest months I have ever had to go through. I've had a lot of issues with people in my life, and it's made me think a lot about myself and who I am and how I act in certain relationships and around certain people. And I've questioned a lot about myself and about what I do and why I'm here. And it was just a really, 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 really tough time in my life. At the time, I just didn't know how to be physically happy at all. But as I'm sitting here today, filming this video on December 18th, I can say that I am feeling much better. I am feeling a little bit happier, and I'm getting on the road to being happy. I am focusing more on myself and what I want to do with my life and who I am, who I want to be around, who I want to involve myself with. I no longer have the bad and negative thoughts that I used to a few weeks ago, a month and a half ago. But going into 2019, I am going to focus on me. I want to figure out what it is I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to focus on trying to better myself, trying to find my happiness, and I'm not going to inflict that happiness onto other people. I want to find happiness within myself. I want to find confidence within myself. I want to be the best version of me that I can be. I'm going to do whatever I want, within reason, whenever I want, within reason. I'm going to speak my mind more about a lot of things. I'm going to be more careful of the people that I surround myself with. I also want to set a money budget for myself because I've been really, really bad with spending money lately. I need to start exercising regularly because I don't exercise at all. So with this all being said, we are putting all of the negative thoughts, all the negative events, all the negative words, whatever, we are putting that all in the past. We are going to forget about them. We are not going to think about them. We are not going to let them inflict my life, my future, my 2019. We are going to have a good year. It's going to be a year of learning a lot about myself. It's going to be a journey, but I'm very, very excited for this new year. And I cannot wait to see what the new year brings me, what it does with my channel, and I'm just very excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you more than you will ever know. Make sure to give this video a like if you liked it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the little bell so you never miss when I post. Don't forget to stay grateful, thankful, and positive, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye guys. Oh, and Happy New Year.